Sterling, yours was the better business proposition. It was far more professional, far more thought out, and I think good, justifiable winners. Look, good news and bad news. Bad news, first of all, no treat because you're going to be very, very busy. Good news is you're in the final, okay? So go home now, have a bit of relaxation, and I'll see you on the final, okay?
Sugar. All right, thank you. Sugar.
You know what disappoints me was the lack of cohesion, no real plan, no attention to detail. But look, it's late, so I think we'll pick this up in the morning, okay? And we'll discuss this in more detail, but one of you will be leaving the process tomorrow.
Thank you.
Need you to see if we'd be fired now.
Anybody can be fired, yeah.
Last time I was PM, I lost. I was gutted. This time at PM, I lost again. Yeah, I'm gutted again. I don't think we did a bad job all round, you know.
I think Adam was a detriment to the whole task. His pitch was poor, his contribution was poor. Unfortunately, I think he has to be fired.
I'm still impressed with what we did. I'm actually quite looking forward to going into the boardroom. I have been accountable for almost every decision, and I think what I've done is pretty impressive.
One of us is going tomorrow, the other two in the final, and
That's it.
what will be, will be. Yeah. There's no way on the planet that it will be me that goes tomorrow. No way.
Yes, Lord Sugar. You can go through to the boardroom now.
I'd like to go, first of all, to pricing. So who would be in charge of defining the pricing?
That was Jade was in charge. No.
Was I?
Yeah, just let me finish. Let's not, start ripping one
fine.
over to shreds just yet, and I'll explain. Jade was in charge of manufacturing, so we did ask her for the prices.
That's not the question I'm asking. I'm
Right,
asking
okay.
about the strategy of pricing. Where did you see your affordable luxury product pricing?
We wanted to price it above what it would cost in the supermarket for the average sweet and chocolate cost, but below what it would cost in the luxury chocolatiers.
Tell you where you're all at sea here. You got a shop which you kept saying is going to be some prestigious type of shop. So clearly, by definition, that means you can't sell stuff cheap in there. But in the same breath, you're saying eventually we're going to end up selling it in the mass market superstores, right? Well, the price don't stand up in the mass market superstores because it's too expensive. And the price in this luxury store that you had was, in fact, not expensive enough.
We went for affordable luxury. We tried to get in there just in between, and if the pricing was wrong, then the whole man's up. It was wrong,
But it may be wrong for some reason that you still don't understand. I mean, there are products in this world that cost a penny to make, and they get sold for £5.
Yeah.
Okay? There are products in this world that cost £1 to make, and they get sold for £1 and 10 pence.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm asking the question as whether you understood the strategy on the pricing.
The honest truth is we have very little strategy. Our aim was to go into the supermarkets and make a mass market product, but with that feedback, the answer is the price was too expensive. We were trying to go for the supermarket luxury.
I'm a bit confused because I think you're a bit of a technical man, you're a man with the numbers, and I'm wondering, where was you on this pricing strategy if you wanted this team to win?
Yeah, I found it very, very hard on this task. There's a lot of ideas, and we didn't have any strategy. I did mention throughout the entire time, we don't have any strategy. What is our brand?
Everyone uses the word strategy when things go wrong. There was no strategy. There was no strategy. It's all anyone ever says in every single task. We all have the same vision.
Right, okay. So let me move on to the next thing, and that is the product range itself. okay? And this is where another mistake was made, because when I look into your shop there, you've got the hot chocolate, you've got marshmallows, you've got the drunken jellies, and you've got the chocolate puddles, okay? What were you known for?
We were known for hopefully being a high-class confectioners, not a chocolatiers or a or a sweet shop.
But each of these high-class places tends to get known for one particular flagship product.
I think initially we were looking at doing the chocolate and the marshmallows, so it's just a chocolatey feel, so it was more just down that line. But because you've obviously found out that jellies were really popular, you wanted to do those as well.
I pushed through jellies. You know, Jade and Nick, to be fair, they wanted to do chocolate. Maybe we would have had more of a brand, you know, more of a name if we'd just been known as a chocolatier.
It did kind of get a bit confused. Too many ideas came in. The brand was very, very diluted, I thought.
Look, your shop, to me, it was what I would call a bit of a mug's eye for. It was kind of glitzy and sparkling. I thought, this has got potential here. And, you know, when you opened your mouths, you threw it all away.
Tom and Ricky drilled each other for an hour and a half before the presentation. They threw at each other every question they could conceivably think of. Had you done the same, your business strategy might have actually evolved and meant something when those experts walked in.
Adam, the pricing was all over the place. Okay. There was no strategy. The products, there was no lead product. So with that in mind, where did it go wrong?
It's hard to say, really. It was a small team. We all had good input. To be fair, I think everyone pulled the weight, you know. We all thought it'd work. It hasn't worked.
Did you all think it worked?
My honest opinion, and sorry, Adam, but
it's all right,
I think it was just a total lack of any direction. It was confusing. We weren't all on the same page. I think ultimately it is your fault.
First I've heard of it.
You put Nick where you knew he could design, me where the product was, and you kind of just told you didn't have a specific role in it. It would have been better if you'd have gone to the product, I could have helped Nick with the design, and we could have worked on maybe the business strategy between us, and then you could have taken control of that side.
Said that first thing in the morning.
Karen, that is an observation that you kind of sidelined Jade a little bit.
I don't think you took it like that, did you, Jade? I said, tell me where you're best suited.
You actually said you're going to go with Nick because that's the most important sub-team. You said to Jade, you go off, Jade, and make us some really nice chocolates.
Well, I don't even say it quite like that.
Nick, I'm looking at your application here. You've got a coffee shop already?
Yeah, my first business was a coffee shop.
So you've actually dealt with a kind of a speciality kind of product, really, yeah?
I have, yeah.
In a shop.
We sell high quality ethical coffee.
High quality?
Yes, so I mean, you could say, you know, similar to the brief you've asked for, but it is a very, very different. It is a very different business, obviously. You know, selling high quality coffee and creating a luxury brand of chocolate is two.
We're thinking of doing high quality hot chocolate.
That was
as the theme, as the lead product.
That was my preferred option, as what I put forward. Tried to put forward strongly. You know, the rest of the team didn't believe that was the right thing to do, which is fair enough.
I would have thought you would have been more persuasive.
No, I mean, I did try to put myself forward strongly, but when two team members say no, we want to go down this route, then I think, you know, as a team member, the best option for me and the most productive for the whole team is to buy into the strategy as a group. I did try, but I failed.
We didn't try that hard.
I'm going to ask you to step outside. I'm going to have a chat with Karen and Nick. All right, so step outside.
See what's it?
Jade, she done a good job. She made the chocolate.
She did make good products and she came up with ideas, and no one could fault her energy level or actually her contribution to what actually was the good parts of this task. Adam, he hasn't got a particular skill other than selling, but he throws himself in with this sort of enormous amounts of enthusiasm.
Yeah.
But actually, to see Adam's leadership skills, you've had to appoint him as the project manager.
Yeah.
Were you prized out of Nick, the fact that he's got a coffee shop?
That's what kind of confused me as to why he didn't kind of jump in and take over. If he would have jumped in, they may have come in with a win. I wonder whether he's playing a kind of a clever game here.
Could you send these?
3 of them in, please.
Yes, Roger.
You can go through to the boardroom now.
Right, Adam, tell me why I should consider that you remain in the process and go into the final.
I think I'm the best candidate overall. I think I'm better than Jade and Nick. I've got to pick holes in this, so I will. I think Nick's fleeked his way to the final, to be fair. He's not really shown me much. He's got certain skills, but, you know, there's 10 million other people in the UK that are good on computers and good at logos and stuff. Jade, unfortunately, you know, promotion, advertising specialist, marketing specialist. I've seen no special talents in any of those three through the whole process.
Do you know what? Through this process, I think I've worked across many more areas than Adam. And unfortunately, I would say out of the two, if I was to choose one to go, it would be Adam, because do you know what? He is probably the best face-to-face salesman here. But actually, is that the best thing you need? You need to be able to work with strategy, be creative, come up with ideas.
13 years business experience. You know, I've had the ups, the downs. I know what business is like, I know what it's about. Jade hasn't proved that she's good at what she says she's good
You
at.
don't even know what I do, that's why.
Well, you tell me you do that many things. You say you're a marketing expert.
I don't say I work in direct marketing, which if you knew what it was, it's actually, I work in consumer data, so I sell that.
So of the two, you would say that she should leave today?
Jade should leave today.
And Jade, your opinion is that it should be Adam should leave today, is that right?
Yeah.
And Nick?
I would say, if it wasn't just on this task, I would say Jade. I think you say you're good at sales and building relationships with people. Well, I've worked with you. I haven't really had that impression. On the vouchers project that we worked together.
I sat there with the spa company, and actually, I think the relationship I built there was the one that won it. Actually, that got £8,000 and beat the whole other team hands down.
Yeah, absolutely. We did. I think that was. I guess it's a personal opinion, but I think that was me more than you.
Oh, do you?
So we
Okay.
were there together, and it was joint pitch. I think Adam, this task, I think you have been the weakest, but I think overall, Jade.
It's interesting, Jade. Two people that have been with you for the last 11 weeks have got that opinion.
I find it strange that they listened to every single thing I said on the last task and just went with it, though. So if I'm the person that actually should go, why would they listen to every single thing I said and actually went with all of it?
Yeah,
every single thing. On this task, but this is the task that we're fighting for £250,000.
Yeah.
So why would you not put yourself forward, say what you think, and get that said?
On this task,
I just don't.
the ideas that you came up with were better than the ideas we had.
Yeah, but this is the final, and actually, this is the one to win it. Now, this is the one to get through and get to the final. I'm actually.
Well, if you want to look at this task, then I mean, on the strategy-wise, you just threw in alcohol. We didn't discuss that at all.
I asked you if you wanted
alcohol. Ideas were better than the rest of the ideas we had. And that's
if you're going to have some ideas.
I can't say that your ideas were terrible because we didn't have any better ones. But it was a mishmash of different things that came together.
I came up with ideas and you all said yes, 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 yes. So if you're such leaders in business, why would you not say, actually, we'll do this? I haven't run my own business, and this is me wanting to start a new business, something that will make money. I've got a very good business plan. I've seen other people making money from this, and I know exactly how they do it.
Well, look, it's very, very tough. It's a very tough one, and it gets tough when we get down to the 11th week because, well, to be frank, the better people do tend to come to the top. Adam, I've got to tell you that you have impressed me in the manner in which you have thrown yourself into everything head first. That aggression and that ambition, that enthusiasm, and that, you know, in itself is fantastic, really. And you're a good salesman also. However, there are other areas I have to consider. The shrewdness, the awareness, the getting the plot, and that's maybe where you're a little bit lacking. Jade, you've obviously got a passion to remain in the process, and I agree that a lot of your ideas were implemented, but some of them weren't very good ideas. Nick, you are a bit of a strategist, and I'm still at sea as to why you didn't step in and assert some authority.
Yeah.
You win the task, you don't get fired. Simple as that. So, I think all in all, on this very, very difficult decision I've got to make, I'm going to have to say that, Adam, I think it's time for you to leave the process.